order the Cuyahoga County Human Resources Appointment and Equity Committee, Cuyahoga County Administrative Headquarters on the 4th floor, October 21st, 2025 at 10:04. Madam Clerk, would you please call the roll?
As a reminder to all in attendance, this meeting is being recorded and live streamed on the county's YouTube page. Calling the roll, Mr. Sweeney.
Present.
Mr. Gallagher. Mr. Gallagher is absent. Ms. Conwell.
Present.
Mr. Hauser.
Here.
Ms. Turner.
Ms. Turner is present.
You have a quorum.
Thank you. I'd just like to make a motion to excuse Councilman Gallagher. He let me know he has something personal going on, and I told him I'd try to get his
Second.
excused. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. His absence is excused. Any public comment, Madam Clerk?
No, Mr. Chair, no one has signed in.
Thank you very much. Approval from the minutes of September 30th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Do I have a
Second.
second? Motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Any opposed? None. The minutes are approved. Madam Clerk, please read the first matter referred to the committee.
Resolution 2025-0289, adopting changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification for the position of Administrator, Senior Records Management.
Thank you. Is there someone from the administration who would like to talk about this? Hello, Chief. How are you?
Good morning, Katie Gallagher from the Executive Office. Good morning, Chair, Council members.
Yeah, I want me to set it, I'll frame it, because
Sure,
it's my
go
piece
ahead.
of legislation, if you don't mind. I became the chairman of HR and appointments by the appointment by our council president. And for the 5 years I've been down here, there's been some discussion about the title of the archivist. I went over and visited over there. And it's been going around and around for years, so I decided to craft a piece of legislation so we can talk about it in public and see how this can move forward or have the due diligence done. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Understanding your point, we would just ask from the Executive Office that this get referred to the PRC, the Personnel Review Commission, and just go through the normal CPQ process. Typically, that's how we will see job changes, job description changes, and then we would just ask that it start off there.
Okay, yeah, I introduced this just as for the purpose of get the discussion started. So what my ask is, when the administration, because it's been talked about, good, bad, and different from this person over the years. I would like the administration just to focus on the Ohio Revised, or our code and the charter and the PRC's due diligence to come up with the outcome and recommendation and try to leave any outside noise outside. Does that make some sense?
Understand.
Okay. Are we okay with referring to PRC?
Yes.
Okay, Madam Clerk, we're just going to refer this to PRC for their due diligence, and once it's done, you'll report back, and
Yes.
then we'll deal with the legislation as needed.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you.
Madam- Thank you for coming down, Madam Chief. Matters referred to the committee, letter B, 2025-0290.
Resolution 2025-0290, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
Oh my God, there she is.
Good morning.
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 Rebecca Kopczynski, the Director of the Personnel Review Commission. I'm here today on behalf of Albert Bouchahine, who would normally be here but can't today, so I am here to present these recommended changes to you. Before you, you have 11 recommendations. One is for a new position in the Department of IT that is going to be assigned to the Public Safety and Justice Services Department. This position requires a lead certification, so there aren't any other positions currently in IT that have that dedicated certification, so this needed to be a new classification. There are 10 routine maintenance revisions that came out of our regular ongoing work to maintain the class plan. One of those changes was requested by OCSS. due to some recruiting challenges. So rather than requiring an active law license, this will now require a JD, the degree, but not the active law license to sort of broaden the applicant pool potentially. 3 of the revised classifications have gone up a pay grade. 2 of these have no fiscal impact because the employees were already in the pay grade, within the band of the new pay grade. And the GIS analyst is going to require an increase of approximately $2,000 to bring that person up to the minimum of the new pay grade for the proposed classification. Happy to answer any questions or take them back to Albert if I can't.
Thank you very much, and I appreciate you coming and stepping in for Albert.
Sure.
You mentioned the JD, they just need a degree, not to pass the bar. Tell me a little bit about that.
I can't. I'm sorry, I don't know more than that. I can get you more information, though, about why the change was requested. My understanding was that the driver for this was the recruitment challenges that they were facing, that apparently they need to have the knowledge, but not necessarily the law license to do the job. So I can get you more details about that
I can
happily.
just check with Albert. I was
Yeah.
just,
That's fine.
it just paused me for a question in my brain.
Theoretically, he will be back tomorrow, so,
I'll just give him a call
yeah,
off.
that's fine.
Are there any questions from my colleagues? Madam Vice President?
Through the chair to Rebecca, the job descriptions or classifications that have an increased to the pay grade, is the current funding in those departments?
My understanding it is,
Accommodate
yes,
that.
it's already been cleared, right? Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Hearing none. Rebecca's your name. What's your official title?
Director.
Of PRC. Madam Director, thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.
That's just something between me and Rebecca.
Madam Clerk, letter CR 2025-0. Oh. do
Mr.
I-
Chair, we'll need a motion.
I know that. 0225-0290, do I have a motion?
Second.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. 2025-0290 stands approved as read to advance to second reading on the council journey. Thank you. Number CR 2025-0294. Madam Clerk, please let us know what it's about.
Resolution 2025-0294, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Kenneth A. Bravo to serve on the Cuyahoga County Archives Advisory Commission for the term December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2029.
Thank you very much. Come on up, Ken.
Good morning.
Morning.
Ken Bravo.
Seeing you again.
Very nice to see you this morning. I'm not sure if you want me to speak or you have questions, but just a little of my background. I'm a retired attorney. I've been retired about 13 years from what was then Ulmer and Byrne. Prior to that, I had been at Benesch Friedlander for a number of years, and before that, I was a federal prosecutor for the Department of Justice dealing with organized crime and white-collar criminal cases. But more importantly to this job, since the mid-1970s, I have been an avid genealogist, doing not only my family, but the family of my children's spouses, and then doing it for other people. So I deal with a lot of archives in connection with that, because that's where a lot of the records are.
We're just saying thank you for doing what you're doing with the archives. Our histories needs to be protected and cherished forever, right? It's kind of cool. And when I got the tour, seeing in the back all those old books, and I got to look up where my grandpa.
Well, I'm glad you've been there, Mr. Sweeney. I just want to let you know, Councilmember Castleberry came for a tour recently, and it's our plan to invite each of you to come for a tour. I don't know if any of you heard him speak about it, but my understanding was he left the archives, came back here for a meeting of some group here, and could not stop talking about the archives. So we look forward to getting all of you there. I know that impressed you, Mr. Sweeney, and so we're going to offer all the members an opportunity to come over and see the archives for themselves.
And it's a nice building. It's well organized, and I will advocate very strongly with my colleagues to take you up on your offer.
Fine, and thank you for the legislation I heard about, the first item on your agenda today.
And we got to figure it out
I'm
once and
glad,
for all.
I'm glad that you were taking efforts to get that straightened out. We
Okay.
appreciate that.
Any questions? Madam Vice President?
Thank you through the chair to Mr. Bravo. I've been about 3 times. I must
Okay.
have missed you when I was there, but if there's something new, I would definitely circle back. My question to you would be, is there anything new or that's percolating that we would need to know about the archives? Any suggestions that's coming from the board members? How are things going? Is there any help that we can assist you with?
Well, you know, obviously, there are always budget questions that concern the archives, and I know that, you know, the archivist tries to get those requests in. You know, after doing this for 8 years, we realize that the county is a very large organization. And, you know, you were dealing with all kinds of things, jails, highways, and we were a much smaller part of that. Our plea is, please don't forget about us in the process.
All right, thank you.
Sure.
Anybody else? I thought you might bust out, "Don't you forget about me."
You don't want to hear me sing.
It's the second time I used that, so this is going to get old. But I just want to emphasize exactly what you said. And it's easy to forget about you until we really need you.
Exactly.
That's the key. And then she or someone in that structure has to go find that one piece of paper that is 70 years old to help solve something for somebody. That's the importance.
Sometimes 70 years old is new.
Yeah,
in this
but I'm just-
business.
I'm
Absolutely,
Trying to give us
absolutely.
some context. Any other comments you'd like to make?
No?
I'd like to make a motion to move forward 2025-0294. Do I have a motion?
So move.
Do I have a second?
But you had moved, so technically she was.
I didn't, okay.
Okay.
Move, seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? None. 0225-0294 stands approved, moving to second reading. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Madam Clerk, letter D, R2 025-0295.
Resolution 2025-0295, confirming the county executive's reappointment of Chris H. Garrett to serve on the Cuyahoga County Archives Advisory Commission for the term December 1st, 2025 through November 30th, 2029.
Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. My name is Chris Garrett. My background has been in R&D my entire career, focused on equipment engineering, which is a very unusual field for women, hence why I go by the name Chris, because it's easier to get in the door.
Oh, that is funny.
Yes, it has worked. I presently work out of Los Angeles, working on wireless or driverless vehicles. My schedule is very flexible, which allows me the opportunity to come to these type of meetings, which allows me the opportunity to go to the archives, help out there. I do a lot of volunteer work there. My view of the archives, and I like family genealogy and that, but there are budget cuts. And I think we really need to look at the function of the archives. The records there are for all the county government offices, including the municipalities or small suburbs. I am on the third mayor that I have taken requests for on project research that is going to benefit their community. Most recent was trying to do away with the legend of a community property that they own, that they have a cabin on, that they cannot have liquor for weddings. It's just legend. I was able to go back through the records, back to like 1905, looking for any type of restriction. Those records were all housed at the archives. I have gone back and find one of the most interesting set of records is the county commission records. They go back and tell you the price of a wolf skin when they first started keeping records. It tells you why boundaries are placed between, or in the center of a road between two communities, why it's not on one side of the street versus the other. So there's a lot that we need for the county archives. The records management is great. Yeah, it's big, there's a lot of places to look, but once you've been in there and you've put in many hours of effort, you know where to go looking for information. You will not find one file that's going to contain everything you want. So to me, the county archives, the records there are extremely important. I don't know if we'll ever see this stuff scanned and online. It's one thing to scan, it's another thing to have that database and a search engine. And, you know, none of that is going to come free. And with the budget cuts, one thing I'm hoping with being reappointed to this is that we come up with a long-term plan for the county archives as far as a, like an action list, succession plan. Where will we be in 4 years or 5 years? We need to see things done and accomplished. So that's all I've got.
Yeah, it was plenty and
Okay,
heartfelt.
thank you.
I'm just thankful that you're considering giving some of your time, and saying you have flexibility is important, but more important is that you care. Having people on the board that care helps the director or the archivist to help manage. And as I said before, when someone calls, they need something.
Right.
The ability to retrieve it, it's going to make their life a little easier.
Yes.
So do I have any questions, Madam Vice President?
To the chair, to Ms. Garrett, you talked about a restriction that was looked upon. So if a restriction is found on a deed that far back, how do you go about changing the restriction?
I don't think you do. I mean, a lot of the restrictions have time periods that they expire after, 20, 25 years. In this case, these restrictions were put in, and I did find the restrictions, and it simply said you had to maintain it as a park, could not be a business, you could not have like a hot dog stand put in this park type of thing, but there's never anything about any alcohol, that you could not, they could not have a light. And I mean, and they're very careful. They've chose to have, if you're gonna have alcohol, you gotta pull a permit, you gotta have the police there, it's not just a free-for-all type of thing. But for all these years, they've gone with legend. And so we dug in deep to eliminate the legend and find the facts.
It's kind of interesting that you spoke about that restriction. When I was doing my research on my house, my home that I live in, I think it's 1921, I can't remember the year, but anyway, the original deed did say, had a provision in there that there was no alcohol allowed to be
Manufactured.
manufactured on that property.
Yes.
And I was like, fundraisers, am I allowed to have wine?
There's
or
probably
beer?
at the very end of that list of restrictions, the expiration date.
Okay, I will go back
Yeah, there's
and
like usually 10, 11, restrictions listed.
I will go back and look at that. Thank you. And I guess my final question, in your estimation, how much increase in the budget do you feel that will assist the archives department? Well, you talked about
This is for the community of
Yes.
Fairview Park, for their increase in their budget?
or no, the increase in the budget for the archive department. So you were saying to maintain and all that, there needs to be a plan.
Oh, thousands. I mean, you're talking scanning alone is a huge process, and then you've got to have the hardware to store these digital images.
Talking hundreds of thousands.
Yes, yeah. I just don't, we've tried to get that off the ground a couple times, and we were very close to getting there, and then everything has happened here with budget cuts, and we don't see that's going to be that that'll take place.
So that means that Dr. Statina, she probably has an idea or a rough estimate.
She may have
Okay.
that, yes, yes.
Thank you, Ms. Garrett.
Thank you. Questions? Hearing none, may I have a motion to move this forward?
I'll make a motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Congratulations, you're going to move forward to the second reading as this piece of legislation continues its legislative journey.
Okay, thank you.
Madam Clerk, let's go with the final 2025-0006.
Ordinance 2025-0006, amending Section 206.13 of the Cuyahoga County Code to remove the term limits for Commission on Human Rights members.
Mr. Budget Analyst, please, the floor is yours.
Good morning, Mr. Chairman, Trevor Mackler, County Council staff. The ordinance before you would eliminate the 2-year term limits that is in the current county code related to the Human Rights Commission members. Currently, they have two-year term limits in the legislation. Robert Shepler and Council President Miller sponsored this legislation after attending a couple of the Human Rights Commission meetings where they asked that the term limits be removed, similar to other committees and commissions that have been created by council. There's 3 board members on the commission. All 3 need to be licensed attorneys in the state of Ohio. So there's only certain people that can do that. Recently, council has passed different ordinances that have put more work on the Human Rights Commission here over the next months and ongoing from now. So in front of you is the ordinance that would remove the 2-year terms.
Thank you for that presentation or description. Since the council president and Councilman Schlepper are supporting this, we're going to be fine with it, but it's just curiosity right now. Who's the appointing authority? Us?
The appointing authority, I believe, is recommended by the county executive and county council confirms.
For all 3?
Yes, for all 3. I'm pretty sure. Let me try to confirm that real quick. Yep, appointed by the executive, subject to confirmation by council. And they're volunteers. They don't get paid.
The 2, why?
I think one of the current board members is nearing his end of his second 2-year term. So if this doesn't pass, he would not be eligible to be reappointed. And so this was one of the agenda items at the 2 HRC meetings ago, and that's where they requested to the council member that if council was willing to consider to remove the 2-year term limits.
Absolutely, but isn't the Ohio Revised Code, they serve until they're replaced?
No, this is set up by county council. This is a board set up by the county council, and in the current code, it's only 2 2-year terms.
So it's a vacancy after the second 2-year term, because as I said before, the state law, which probably supersedes ours, they say they stay on until they're appointed, just similar to other things we're dealing with. I'm just,
Yeah, and that, Mr. Chairman, that could be the case in this scenario where the person can continue to serve, but they wouldn't be eligible to be reappointed.
yeah.
So-
And they can stand. The only pause I have is it seems like it's in perpetuity. So somebody would have to resign.
No, it's still 2-year terms,
Okay?
just the 2-year term limits go away.
Just the limits on the 2
Just the
years.
limits, it's still 2-year terms.
Got it. I
Yeah,
thought
the
it was
2-year terms still stay in there. It's the fact that they can serve more than 2 terms.
Yeah, and it could be
Yeah.
as many terms as possible.
Correct, and that goes in line with several committees and commissions that
That's
council.
perfect, then we still
Yeah.
have,
Yeah, the 2-year terms are still in there, so when a new member gets appointed, it would be for a 2-year term, but the 2-year term limits go away.
got it. Thank you for your patience with me regarding the explanation. Any questions?
No questions, Mr. Chair, just a statement. That was going to be my my issue with it, because we don't have any commissions where we don't have actual terms. So now that you clarified to say just term limits would go away, but there will still be the process that, that would allow them to have 2-year terms.
Correct, Madam Vice President, it's 24 months terms.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
I think it's a great idea. Please add my name.
Thank you very much. Please add my name. Anybody else?
Term.
And Conwell. I want to thank you for your presentation and all the hard work you do for us. Is there a motion to pass 2025-0006?
move. Mr. Chair, it's an ordinance. It should, doesn't it have to go 3 readings?
It doesn't have to, but we can go 3 readings on this if it's okay with the committee. There's, as long as it's passed by the end of the year.
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
be
just
okay.
asking for a motion.
So
We're good, we're good. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none. Thank you. It moves
Mr.
forward
Chair.
to the second reading. Is there any miscellaneous? Hearing none, I want to thank everybody for their participation, and this meeting is adjourned.